2 guys, 1 cup, full of tears.
4 cheeks.
4 cheeks.
8 cheeks. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's quite a feat.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to We Found a Book.
It is our podcast that we record monthly, and we would like to say, as a couple, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ben and I are happy to announce we're a couple now.
We are totally a couple of podcast friends.
Hey, I am the podcast ghost. Boo.
Boo.
Merry Christmas, everyone. From the bottom of my heart into the bottom of your heart.
Into the bottom of my heart. So
Merry
we're a podcast sandwich.
Triangle.
A
A heart triangle.
heart triangular sandwich.
Mm-hmm. So, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a Happy Hanukkah and a Happy
Kwanzaa.
And Happy Holidays, just in general.
And whatever you celebrate, I hope it is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. So this is our holiday spectacular,
Mm-hmm.
which we actually plan to be a little bit more spectacular, but
Festivities got in the
went
way.
down.
Yeah.
Festivities got in the way for Ben.
Yep.
I had family engagements that were unforeseen, but we're back on track now. It is December 30th,
Yep.
and we're gonna do this. We're gonna edit it. We're gonna put it out in 2 days, and it's gonna be beautiful.
Yes.
We have some special stuff this month for you guys that we haven't done before, so I'm excited.
So am I. This is going to be a both trial and error process, but hopefully it turns out to be as phenomenal
Hopefully,
as
mostly error.
I'm looking forward to a lot of failed progress here. But you know what? If it turns out to be that, at least I learned something along the way.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Exactly.
Ben, I'm gonna kick off this episode with presenting you with a Christmas gift.
A gift?
A Christmas gift.
A Christmas gift. I am so honored.
Because we Christmas.
We do Christmas. We Christmas here on the podcast. I gave you your present a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gave me a samurai sword.
I did.
I was very surprised. So
I kept it a secret as long as I possibly could. It was something that I saw a while ago, and I thought you were going to appreciate the heck out of this, and I hope you have.
I have. It's over there in the corner. I don't know if you can see it.
I have. Have you cut any watermelons with it?
No, I'm gonna wait to do that with you, Ben.
Okay. I will hopefully. Is that my present? Did you get a watermelon for us to cut?
No, I have a better present for you.
Okay.
I wish. That would be awesome.
Yes.
It's too cold, and it's nighttime.
Yeah.
So we'll go out to a field somewhere and cut them later.
That sounds phenomenal.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I hope you are equally surprised and delighted by your gift. And let me just
What?
get it for you.
Oh my goodness. It's in a tiny package. Oh my god. Is this what I think it is?
I don't know.
Oh my god, it is. It's an ocarina. It's a very specific ocarina from my favorite video game series.
Do you want to explain to everyone what an ocarina is?
Yes, so anybody who isn't a fan of a specific Nintendo franchise, an ocarina is a small flute-like instrument that is played by pressing down on a small amount of holes in a what would you describe this as? A ceramic it's a ceramic flute.
It's like, it's a ceramic flute,
Yeah.
more or less. But yeah, it's like the shape of a football, kind of. It's from Zelda.
It is, yeah, from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, and I am so flattered. Thank you very much. You clearly know me too well.
Ben, would you like to play it for us?
Puts me under a lot of pressure.
It's fully
here.
functional.
Okay, let me see. Oh, so I see how you're supposed to place your hands, because this one's supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to change keys just by doing that a little bit, and it comes with an instruction manual too. Oh my gosh,
It's a songbook.
I see Happy Birthday. I see Old MacDonald, Amazing Grace. Oh, Canada. Oh, we got the whole spectrum of.
Is that really what was on there?
Yeah.
It has the good songs too.
Popeye the Sailor Man here too, and Joy to the World.
Turn it around.
Does
it have other songs there?
It does.
Okay.
Yes, it does
Those
have.
are the ones you
It
want.
has Zelda's Lullaby, Saria's Song, Minuet of the Woods. Oh, it's got all of them. Oh my gosh. Give me a second here. I've never actually played one of these, so you can't fault me if I sound absolutely god awful. But let's just give it a little. So yeah,
that wasn't terrible. Wow, I'm impressed.
A small scale, you know. Well, I mean, I do have experience with other wood instruments.
With
other wind instruments. If I had a element, it would be brass. But that on another subject. That's for a different time. Thank you so much,
You're
Austin.
very welcome.
I
hope you enjoy it.
I sincerely appreciate this. Thank you very much. I'll take very, very good care of it. So.
Yeah, my dad, when I told him that you got me a sword, it was like, you should have done it on the podcast. And I was like, that's a good idea. I'll give Ben his gift on the podcast.
Yeah.
And so here we are.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas, Ben.
Merry Christmas to you too,
to
Austin.
you and yours.
To me and mine, and to you as yours, and yours as well.
It was funny in the Amazon pictures for that. It has like some guy with that. It came in a black pouch and it has a picture of a guy with that like on his belt. I'm like, wow.
Like take it wherever you want to go because you know you're going
like
to.
You can fashion it to your belt.
Yeah, I'll walk into work with that like on my belt. Mm-hmm. Like, what is that? Be like, oh, you're gonna be so sorry you asked.
Serenade your customers.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll be showing off. For those who don't know, I work at Best Buy in the tablets department. I'll walk up to like the iPad, like, oh yeah, we have this awesome application called GarageBand. You can record music on, and let me just pull it out.
Let me just show you.
Yeah, let me just show you how to record some awesome music.
Oh gosh, I hope you do that.
I will,
and I hope someone records it. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. It came with a string, and you can also wear it as a necklace, I guess.
Yes, that is a very thick necklace, but I will be more than happy to wear it.
Yeah, it's about the size of my hand.
Yes.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much.
So, what did your Christmas hold besides that this year?
So, instead of that amazing gift that I just received from my podcast partner, Austin, I celebrated Christmas in a usual manner with my family. I went to Christmas Eve Mass, which held a few surprises. I saw a girl pass out in the pew behind me in the middle of Eucharist, and everyone's like, "Oh, where's a doctor? Where's a doctor?" And my dad, being the dentist that he is, just slowly stands up.
Not a doctor, but a dentist.
But a dentist. He has doctor in front of his name, and we're all proud of him for that. So he walks over to this 12-year-old kid and just checks her pulse and like sits down calmly, looks at me, is like, she's fine, like just goes on like nothing happened, and everyone else is freaking out behind us. I'm like trying so hard not to look behind me myself, because it's just such a weird situation to be caught in. Like everyone else is looking at you during Christmas Eve on the most frantic time of the year,
the populated Mass.
Yeah, the time when like people like myself only show up to Mass.
The only time.
Yeah, it's then in Easter, and I'm a very
You're a very devout Catholic.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, Mr. Dr. Ben's dad. What will we do with you?
Dr. Mr. Ben.
It's dad. That's nice. Anything else happen?
I went to the movies on Christmas Day, which is a pretty popular thing to do. Saw In the Woods, which I am...
Oh, how was that?
I'm a bit yes and no about it. I wasn't a huge fan, but everyone else was like, "Oh, it's amazing." But I guess the premise of the entire story is that it's supposed to be about what happens after the happily ever after, and they take about an hour and a half to get to that point, and then the movie from then on out is half an hour long, and they're crunching all this stuff into it that like by the point that it got to that, like at that situation in the movie, I just like slowly go over to my sister and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on anymore.
Who'd you go with?
I went with it was my family again, but it was
just your whole family.
Yeah, my mom, my dad, and my two sisters that are home right now.
Sister.
Yeah. Oh, and another exciting thing to announce. This coming Monday, guess who's coming back from her staycation as a slave in Florida?
Staycation.
It's my sister Whitney. Shout out to you if you're listening to this.
She's being freed.
She's being freed. The big mouse is releasing his shackles on my sister, and we will finally see her.
Maybe we'll have her on the show when she comes back.
We should. We'll have her write a story of her own to present in tribute to this mysterious author.
Maybe if we allow her that.
If we allow her that convenience.
It's a pretty big honor, especially after like being punished. So I feel like she should at least be on probation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure she'll come back with one of those weird hats on that has the Mickey Mouse ears and like
the satellite trackers.
Yeah, it'll be like two giant pings coming off every like couple of seconds.
They just both have like satellite rods in the center of them.
Every time we're in mid conversation, every sentence she says has something to like come back to like Disney. So I'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're sitting at dinner," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, Mom, this chicken's amazing." She'll be like, "You know what else is amazing? The chicken at Disneyland. I love Mickey Mouse."
Have you guys ever seen Into the Woods? Is that a Disney movie?
It is, yeah.
By Disney?
By Disney? By the Walt Disney? He is still alive, believe me. He has that magic.
It's wonderful.
The rest of her life is just filled with nervous laughing and looking over her shoulder.
She's just been brainwashed.
Yes.
That's funny. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, Whitney's coming back. Is another one of your sisters leaving?
She just left yesterday. Marissa
wow.
is currently in Paris. She's taking a tour of Europe with her school. So
fancy. With UB?
With UB. With Ubi.
That's interesting. I think she's avoiding Whitney.
That's probably what it is. She'll come home and be like, "Oh,
where's Marissa?"
It's Ben and Brett, and the other one is gone. Okay.
Where's Marissa, Mickey Mouse?
Just like that.
Yeah. Just to say it at the end of every sentence.
Yeah.
Every sentence has to contain some Disney reference.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Anything else to report for your Christmas?
I had a wonderful time. Can't wait till next year. See y'all then. Stay tuned.
Okay. We're not done with the episode. No matter how misleading that was, we're not done with the episode.
Not just yet.
Well, for my Christmas, I went to Virginia to visit family. Emergency trip. And that was fun. On Christmas Day, I watched like some of my cousins open gifts. They got only clothes. It was weird.
Oh, that's always. How old are they?
Well, there's like a 13-year-old boy and a 16-year-old girl.
Oh no! I mean, for the 16-year-old girl, like
that makes sense.
But for the 13-year-old boy, like all I asked for when I was a kid was like
all he got was
toys.
Clothes. I think he got like some expensive headphones that his parents gave him like before Christmas.
Yeah.
And if he did, that makes sense. But
yeah, but still, poor kid.
Yeah, it was sad.
Like at that age, you never want clothes. Not all I want is clothes because they're comfortable and I have style now. But as a kid,
and it's cold.
It's very cold in Buffalo.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I just kind of watched them open gifts, which was interesting, and took pictures of their cat, who is like
their grumpy cat.
Yeah, it was like a Persian cat with like matted fur that had like the angriest face.
Yeah.
So that was fun. That was my highlight of Christmas.
Wow. How was it such an emergency trip? Was there?
How was it an emergency trip?
Yeah, it was just unexpected.
Oh yeah, my uncle passed away, and we had to be up there for the funeral.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not know that. You had not mentioned this to me until now. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. There's time and place for everything, Ben. And now is not the time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about Christmas. I'll probably actually be doing Christmas with my family tonight when I drive home after this.
So your entire family went, or was it just you that drove down?
I drove down with my dad, and then because my mom had been up there for a while.
Oh, okay.
And then we all drove back together, which was a joy and a half. My dad didn't let me drive. My dad's a pilot, and I guess that might be why. But he drove like 9 hours straight on the way back. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then I guess I have a story. I wanted to Wendy's because I woke up in the car and I was hungry. And I was like, "Can we go to Wendy's?" And we went through the drive-thru, and this lady's like ordering her food right.
Yeah.
In front of us, and my dad, and maybe she took longer than average.
Yeah.
My dad's like freaking out. He's like, what could she possibly be doing? She's the only one in the car. What is happening? It's like, Dad, are you okay? Like, calm down. He's very stoic, and he doesn't get upset about anything.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the heck is going on with this lady? She needs to move. And then he got up to the thing and he made his order, and then when she was getting she got a lot of food. She got 6 bags of food.
Yeah.
So she was obviously just ordering for a group of people, which is
I was gonna
totally
say,
fine.
She's a very heavy set woman just reaching out.
Yeah. And
you see a tree trunk reaching out of the car, time to grab a bag.
And when it took a while for her to get her food too, my dad was seriously, what is this?
Just growing more and more impatient.
Yeah, I'm like, Dad, are you hungry or something? What's up?
Oh, that's funny.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
But no, it was delicious. I had a Baconator.
Oh my gosh, Wendy's. Between Austin and I, we've decided that Wendy's is the most mature option for fast food available. It's
most delicious.
It's most delicious. It's
Most
clearly better
healthy.
prepared. It's better prepared, I would say.
Fresh, never frozen beef.
Yes.
Wendy's. Try the new summer salad.
Yes. Chicken Asiago. Delicious.
Thank you to Wendy's for sponsoring this episode.
You keep us well fed every time. Go out and get a Christmas burger on us.
Use code
We found a book.
WFB at the drive-through window for a free burger.
WFB loves Wendy's. hashtag.
Hashtag underscore at symbol
7.
7. All right, enough
Banter.
enough nonsense.
Enough clowning around.
Yeah, nothing else happened with me with Christmas, but we have a special treat for you this episode.
Yep.
And that's what I'd like to talk about now, and I think we'll show it to you now. We picked a song out of the book from actually the midst of a story.
Yes.
Which we won't be reading the story today, but
Another time.
We have the song another time, perhaps. It is written. It is very illegible, actually. It looks like
Scribbles.
Well, it's typed like the rest of the book was, but it like is missing letters like in words, and like some like in the center of the work is just like M like 80 times.
Yeah, like it was written on a typewriter by a bird.
And, like a guy fell asleep during it or something and didn't want to like start over.
Yeah.
So maybe
to fill the page, just kept hitting the M button.
Yeah, so maybe we won't read it. No, like he fell asleep and like all the M's just like so maybe we won't ever read it, but we did uncover this story, and we kind of like we modernized it a little bit.
Yeah,
we took out some of the colloquialisms. That word might be relevant here, it might not be. I don't really care. And we had our friends over at Wacko Fest cook up some tasty licks to accompany the lyrics.
Yes.
So we'll play that for you now. And movie magic.
Carry a lighter, stockings by the fire, lights on the tree, ornaments hung by a wire. I bought decorations and wrapped everyone's gifts with thoughts in my head of tomorrow's snowy dress. The tidings were set for your awaited return. A welcoming fire in its place still burns. Circling the tree, the engine tugged its cars. I baked all the cookies and I cut them into stars. And topped off your eggnog with a little Christmas cheer. And then we went to bed. I awoke with a start, my breath came to the air. Thoughts on the tree, what could be under there? Leapt from the bed and felt my feet on hard floor. The spirit of Christmas had filled me to the core. From the top of the stairs, I glimpsed down to the tree. The snow had settled on the boughs from I could see. I ran to the bathroom, but just couldn't wait. On the back of the toilet, I found your head draped. I turned to the stairs, it fell out of my hand. There was snow everywhere. The doors and the windows had been locked and so tight. Still my decorations were all buried in white. I grabbed my laundry basket and I fashioned a sled. But on the ride down the stairs I struck an elf in the head. Arriving on the landing, the scopes of things grew. The first thing I noticed was the open chimney flue. The living room scene grew worse as it became clear that a wild Christmas party had taken place here. Elves were on the shelves and reindeer gone through the wall. But where were you? Furious adventure outside only to see presents scattered and your sleigh wrapped around a tree. You reindeer wandered to my neighbor's lawn, chewed all the branches till the reeds were gone. I rushed back inside to avoid being seen. Shoot out your helpers, trying not to be mean. Waiting for the snow and undelivered cards, I discovered a bottle of Christmas cheer in shards. I returned to my bed for that's all it's had. Chip on the side table.
you guys were just honored for the first time, or maybe not, if you're good listeners and checked out their band.
Yeah.
With the musical voice stylings of Jeffrey Wachowski of Wacko Fest. So you're welcome.
But if you haven't, that was a Christmas tribute by them for our podcast, an exclusive. You heard it first.
Yep, performed by them, written by this dude or gal.
Edited by Austin and I.
Yep. Modernized
For
the future.
For the kids of tomorrow.
But yeah, that's our band. They actually also write our intro and outro music.
Yep.
If you're unfamiliar, and you can find them at www.wackofest.com. So do that, please. It helps out them and it helps out us.
They're an awesome group.
Yeah, they are great. Especially if you dug that. Like, that was more of a taste of their sound.
Yeah, that's closer to what they usually do than our opening and intro. But
our
that
intros and backtracking are nothing like that. Nothing like their actual music.
No, but that just shows that they have a pretty well-rounded experience with music, which is awesome. You know,
that is pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
Well, I'm feeling seasonal now.
Puts you in a mood, doesn't it? Yeah.
Especially like during that time when we were kissing under the mistletoe. That was the best. That's why I feel Christmassy and happy now.
Yes.
Have you ever had a situation like that, Ben? Where
yes.
Santa ruins your life?
A few times, actually. I was a pretty bad kid as a child.
Oh, geez.
He would bring me coal once or twice, and I was not satisfied with the results.
I would put it in my outdoor grill and have a cookout. It was delicious.
I would show him what for.
Show him to give me something useful.
Lemons from lemonade.
Yeah,
that's what I would do.
That's your style.
Yeah. Can't bring me down.
Yeah, what did I want to say? Brain fart. I'll probably edit this out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Want to go into the poem?
What do I want to? No, I wanted to say something.
What was it about the poem?
Oh, so we could just talk about. Okay, we can talk about the what that was about.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, I don't know. Do we want to do that?
We can start it. If we don't like it, just
leave
cut
it up
out.
to interpretation.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so this guy wakes up, or no, he's decorating his house, Christmas.
He's getting in the spirit of everything. He's going around. He's setting up the tree, putting the train on the tracks underneath it, cutting out the cookies.
Making cookies and eggnog for Santa.
Oh, I could go for that right now real bad. I want something super sweet.
I was actually thinking about buying some eggnog for this, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I've been held up in my house trying to write frantically for this.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't appear that this was rushed when you guys listen to it.
No, not at all.
But yeah, that would have been good. I'm not even wearing a Santa hat. I feel out of place.
It's a little past, but you know what?
Not for me, Ben. I'm doing Christmas tonight.
Well, you are, but
I don't care about anyone else.
Santa can postpone things for you, but for me, he was right on time.
Yeah, well, I don't care. It's all about me, Ben. That was about
my
you.
Life.
That was about you. This is about me. Okay? All right, so that was a beautiful song, and it was about how Santa is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the eggnog we spiked it with rum or something, because we thought, Santa deserves to take the edge off sometimes. Hard
a little
night
bit
at work.
of Christmas spirit.
Yeah. And he just went out of control with that. That was his trigger, I think. And then at the end, we find his 200-year chip on the bedside table.
As some sort of an apology.
Or it's just like he's leaving. He's like, I lost.
I lost the battle.
I fell off the wagon.
The struggle is real.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Maybe we'll do something like that again, because there are more songs in there.
Yes, there's a lot of possibility that we have within our grasp, but we really do want to capitalize on it. We want to share that with you guys.
Capitalize.
We want to capitalize on it.
We're capitalizing with this free iTunes podcast. You know that Wendy's money.
We want to make that money.
That Wendy's money.
That Wendy's money.
I remember when I first talked to the Wendy's executives about a sponsorship deal.
Yeah.
And they said, all right, you ready for your first payment? And I was like, yeah, man. And he said, pull out your wallet. And I did. And I opened it up and he dumped chili into it.
It was
chili.
pretty similar to my meeting. We had individual meetings clearly,
And then he puts a spoon in it.
Yeah.
I was insulted.
Yeah.
And then I started eating the chili and instantly wasn't insulted. He said, "You see that chili? You see that chili, boy? You see how shiny that chili is? That's rubies in that chili sauce. You eating rubies now."
And it was never the same whenever time you ate chili.
I don't know if I could like expressed it with like the tone of my voice, but he was actually a 70-year-old white man speaking in that way. That was
Yes.
a direct quote.
Yes.
But yeah, tell me about your meeting, Ben.
I walked up to this boardroom, and it was truly a sight to behold. It was this giant auditorium, and it was just a super long wooden table. And at the very end of it, I saw a man, a man with long red hair put in two curled up pigtails, and from down the hall he said, "Enter and sit." And I did just that at the very end of the table. And he said, "Your reward is appropriate for your triumphs in this world."
Mm-hmm.
And
your duties. Or
for my duties. Yeah. And he pulled back and slid this object across the table, and as it got closer and closer, I realized it was a Baconator. And I took it, and I kindly bowed to the sir.
And you bacon ate her.
And I bacon ate her. But no, I actually put it in my back pocket, and I walked out.
I sat on it on the bus ride home.
With tears in my eyes, I was so grateful for that experience.
And with tears in my eyes when I was saddened by the fact that I sat on it on the ride home. Yeah, and then when he stood up and he was wearing a blue dress.
Yeah.
That was disturbing.
It was the most honorable but disturbing thing I've ever seen.
And that's why we love Wendy's.
Yes.
Hashtag Wendy's life. Hashtag Wendy's. Hashtag Wendy's with a 3.
Hashtag always fast, always fresh with a D. Fresh.
Where's the D?
Fresh.
Oh, okay, you said a lot of words there. All right, so next up on the docket, what we have for you beautiful, beautiful people is a Christmas poem.
One that we're both very fond of.
I'm fond of it. I'm touching it right now.
Those old worn pages. How many fingers do you think have just turned the pages in this book as you caress the body of that large, thick paper?
At least 30, Ben.
At least 30.
At least
people.
30 fingers.
At least 30 individual fingers. And now,
mine,
as I reach my hand across to touch,
31.
It has become 31.
Oh, I was counting you in that. So you've touched this book before. You've actually consumed it. It's been through your system. Well, mine, yours, and I assume Grandpa Jeremy had touched it at one point or another. But let's begin.
We are ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm not ready. Yeah, I am. I can do it. Ben, give me a pep talk.
You got this, man. Nobody reads a podcast better than you do. This book that you hold in your hands is not just a privilege, it's a right. You have every opportunity to show your salt, to prove what you're worth right here in front of the microphone.
Salt.
You only have one opportunity, but you know how important it is. And you're going to show the world that you can do this, that you are worth every inch of epidermis that covers your selfish muscle.
Your dirty, dirty soul.
Dirty, dirty soul.
All right, I think I can do it now. I'm excited.
Great.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Austin.
The Snomes. Beneath the shadows of the winter lime tree, centipedes shuffle by where ants and worms flee. Betwixt the dirt and roots that grow, ever void of the sun's harsh glow. However, lack of warmth is no discomfort. Through burrows and tunnels they fleetly escort. Tiny beings known as the Snomes make quite comfy their icy homes. Venturing from their frosty abodes, they skate out tunnels turned icy roads, flitting and fluttering about as though coached, proving the tides of winter have now encroached. Gliding around, they smash their fluffy bodies into any near object, not lacking ease. Not much larger than an acorn, and from all they touched snow was born. Up and out of the burrows as each gnome flew, colliding with raindrops, snow is born anew. They brought with them a wintry gift, wet turned dry particles adrift. Bouncing round till everywhere flakes tumble, the Snomes would hold hands and downwards they'd fumble. Even then they ricochet still, while spinning o'er many a hill. A young sledder came passing by, fluffy bodies had caught her eye. As they swirled their way through, turning green to white, down went her boots, momentum put up fight. The tiny beings yelled and flailed, so charmed by these beasts, the girl failed to see the incoming danger all the while. The child showed teeth as she cracked a wind-burnt smile. "Out of the way!" the Snome screamed out loud. Her eyes grew quite wide as she became endowed with knowledge of her sorry fate, but the girl had realized too late. The youth simply stood there, paralyzed with fright. As dwarves smashed through the child with a burst of light, the Snomes continued on their path, as the pale youth, now cut in half, toppled to the ground as a pile of loose snow. In these beasts' eyes, a moment is just that, though. In that moment, their faces froze. One familiar with the Snomes knows, when winds of Yule whip cross the land, before the coldest season's end, thoughts are fleeting and minds are never at rest. These creatures have only short time to invest. And towards a quaint little town, every rock, twig, and leaf donned an icy crown, leaving frozen trails behind them. What happened next, many condemn. Those in New Hearthstone have chosen to forget the namesake's sorrow, a forgotten regret. Cheers and yippies heard from afar raised no man's adrenaline bar. So into the town Snomes stumbled unstopped. Then these beasts hit a house, and the first brick popped. Brick went first, and then soon other parts. Zipping inside, flying like darts, they smashed into chairs, columns, Yule shrubs, and cakes, proving the danger and severe lack of brakes. All these belongings reduced to powder. Sure, there were people inside, munching on chowder, a cat snuggled up on cotton, and a mouse nearly forgotten. But this once merry dwelling made not a sound, as all the walls and partitions tumbled down. There was not a peep or moved tongue. Out of each mouth this organ sprung, as the rest of their flesh drifted to the floor, and before long there was nothing more. From this home, now a snowy pile, winter claimed the entire square mile. Schools turned into icebergs, banks worn down to nothing, a smooth road where water was once rushing. Once every surface was touched, warmth had left all that the Snomes had clutched. The spirit left to cover other lands, carried by the cold winds that travel in bands, traveling from plains to isthmuses, and bringing all white Christmases. Once this was complete, the Snomes went back home, deep beneath the pool of the winter lime's floam. Now it's true this tale was tragic. Doom did come from these beasts' magic, but it is important that we keep in mind, and search deep in our souls, surely we will find this is all simply nature's work, not the plan of some devil's clerk. The world will go on, people will live their lives, cobblers will cobble, and blacksmiths will sharpen their knives, until, of course, the Snomes return to coat earth in an icy burn.
Truly a work of art from the book once again.
That was very poemy.
Very poemy poem.
I felt poemed.
I felt lyrically rhythmal. I felt rhythmically lyrical.
You felt rhythmal.
I felt rhythmal.
I felt rhythmal.
A rhythmal.
How could you not?
Abysmal and a rhythmal.
An abysmal rhythmal.
An abysmal rhythmal.
Well, that was touching. And it provided an interesting insight into the origin of snow
Yeah.
and cold.
So if any of you are questioning about your big science exam coming up tomorrow, you now know the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Snow comes from Snomes, who live in the ground.
So, tonight, if you wish to not have school tomorrow, I know it's over break, but the night before you wish to not have school, take a towel, wrap it in cellophane, and put it under your pillow.
Ah.
But don't sleep on that pillow. Sleep on a different pillow. If you don't have a different pillow, use a blanket. This will ensure the coming of the Snomes.
Indeed it will.
Do you have any other tricks for ensuring a snow day?
For ensuring a snow day? Well, there is the classic of wearing your pajamas inside out. That has always seemed to work for me. But if
Or
you're
taking all the pickles out of the pickle jar and
Yeah.
putting them next to the pickle jar?
in size order.
In the fridge and leaving them there?
Yeah.
Okay.
One other trick that I've come to learn that works quite well, it also involves something that Snomes would be pulling out your bottommost left side tooth and leaving it.
I don't know, like your molar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the wisdom
Like
tooth.
in the back?
Yes, not the wisdom tooth. That one is saved for a different fairy tale.
Much crueler spirit.
Much crueler spirit indeed. Take out your bottommost left side molar and hammer it to the wall above where you sleep.
By the roots, of course.
By the roots sticking into the wall. And then while you're waiting, or while you're about to sleep, just as you're about to fall asleep, tape your eyelids open and make sure you don't take your eyes off that molar until it snows.
Ben, I believe you forgot a most crucial step.
What's that?
You must have an alarm set for every hour
Yes.
of the night, and you must wake up and kiss the molar.
With eyes still open on the molar.
I mean, like, what else are you going to do? Your eyes are taped open.
Yeah.
Felt like that was implied.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
A
This
little
is-
bit of a trick for you guys.
This has been a Christmas episode.
A most Christmassy Christmas episode, to say
I know, and I know it was short, and I hope you forgive us, because we
have been so tied up in the Christmas affairs.
wanted to do more for you.
And we promise that next time we will.
Next Christmas
Next Christmas.
will be
we have
crazy.
we have a whole 365 days to plan for it. And we
I-
plan on using at least 7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
But
Just end it there.
no, Ben, you gotta stop yelling at them.
I know.
Goodbye.
Get outta here.
Goodbye, everyone. I hope you had a happy holidays. Wacko Fest, play us out.
Yeah.